Recording in progress.
Welcome to the call, everyone. Glad you could join us on this beautiful Saturday morning, no matter where you're calling in from around the world. Over the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to break down a very powerful technology that's enabling people to generate recurring income that's compounding 3 times a day. Everything we're about to share with you is real, it is verifiable, and it is helping over 1.4 million wallets that are connected to this generate this type of income. But we're going to take our time to give you an education because it's really important that you understand. I think the first step to the next level of wealth is education. Wealth is behind education. And so we want to take some time to give you an education so you'll be able to take advantage of this amazing technology. So with that said, I'd like to welcome all of you to Origin LGNS, an innovative Web3 staking platform. And it's all about the power of decentralized finance. And that's where you take the middleman out of the equation and you go direct to the source so you can have the maximum benefit. With that said, let's go ahead and get right into it, everyone. All right, so we're going to talk about a concept called staking. Maybe you've never heard about it before, but I think the easiest way to break it down is to talk about something that we are all involved in. Most of us have bank accounts. And when we deposit money in those accounts, we know the bank uses our money to lend out mortgages, car loans, business loans, right? We know they even trade on the stock market and they make a ton of money. In fact, I heard someone say that banks are the most profitable business in America. And you can kind of see that because they have the tallest buildings in every downtown city across the country. And so they're making a ton of money, but they don't share those profits with us. In fact, they pay us very little when you think about it. Well, suppose instead of being a customer with the bank, you could be a partner with the bank and you can share in the profits. All right. That's what staking is all about. In staking, you can participate in the protocol as a liquidity provider and you can share in the profits. This is all made possible because of something called decentralized finance, which has been brought about because of cryptocurrency. Now, many of you are familiar with a company called Coinbase. Now, Coinbase, they do a lot of business with crypto, but they're pretty much just like a bank also, right? But you can stake with them and they're going to pay you a little something. But what we want to do is we want to go direct to the source so we can get the maximum benefit. I'm going to play a 20-second video from Coinbase just as an introduction to what staking is all about. All right, stand by. Got to turn that volume on. That would help a whole lot. There we are.
Did you know eligible Coinbase users can earn rewards by staking eligible assets? Staking is a process by which asset holders can earn rewards by helping verify transactions on a blockchain such as Ethereum, Solana, or Tezos. Rewards vary and are determined by the blockchain protocol, minus a Coinbase fee. Learn more about the benefits of staking on coinbase.com/earn. Start staking your eligible assets and earn rewards today.
All right. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to learn about the power of technology to create supplemental daily income for you and I without recruiting, without selling, and without trading. It also gives us the ability to grow our wealth long term without talking to anyone should you choose not to do so. So we're going to talk about the power of compound interest, the eighth wonder of the world. Now, I'm going to take just a few more minutes today to talk about this because it's very important that people understand how you leverage compound interest. The main way that you leverage it, of course, is the deposit, the amount of the deposit, but more importantly, time. The more time you allow your deposit to compound, the greater the benefit is going to be. It's so important that people understand that. So this is not a 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, or 1 month type of a thing. You want to think long term here. So compound interest is powerful because it allows you and I to grow money exponentially over time, meaning you can earn interest on both your original deposit, the principal, and the interest that has already been added to it. So here's how powerful it is, ladies and gentlemen. Interest on interest with simple interest. You only earn interest on the initial amount, but with compound interest, you earn interest on your initial amount plus the interest that you have already earned. In each period, your base keeps getting larger and larger. So here's an example. If you deposited $1,000 at 10% per year, simple interest, you're talking about $2,000. But if it compounded, ladies and gentlemen, now you're looking at 2.593. So over $500, almost $600 more because of compounding. But let's look at it a little deeper. Probably one of the most important factors also is the time factor. This is called the magic ingredient. Time supercharges compound interest. The longer you leave your money, the more it accumulates or accelerates, even if you stop adding new money. So this is very important. Here's an example. If you deposited $1,000 at 8% for 10 years, you're looking at $21.59. For 20 years, you're looking at $46.61. For 30 years, you're looking at over $10,000. That's the exponential effect. The growth curve steepens over time. So you want to allow that time to work for you. All right? Very important. Now, it works best with consistency. Adding money regularly, monthly or yearly, increases the effect even more. Each contribution gives its own compounding, creates its own compounding timeline. So that's another thing you can do. You can add a little bit more over time. Now, the other thing about compound interest is that it works against us. You know, those credit cards, those mortgage loans, those car loans, all right? If we borrow money like on a credit card, compound interest can also make your debt grow very fast, which is why understanding it is very crucial. And so, in short, compound interest, interest on interest plus time equals exponential growth. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about our money working for us. We're talking about leveraging time in our favor through compound interest. And Albert Einstein acknowledged it, and he said this, that the compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it, and he who doesn't pays it. This is one of the things we're going to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the information provided here is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Participation in this crypto staking protocol involves risk. Cryptocurrency's values can be volatile, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Staking rewards are not guaranteed and are subject to change based on network conditions, protocol parameters, and market fluctuations. This protocol does not constitute investment, financial, tax, or legal advice. Users should conduct their own research and consult with a qualified advisor before participating. By using the service, you acknowledge that you understand and accept these risks. You are solely responsible for your funds and decisions. The developers and participants of this protocol are not liable for any losses, damages, or adverse outcomes resulting from use of this protocol. Participation is strictly by invitation only. Posting on social media is discouraged. Always use caution, ladies and gentlemen, and only stake what you can afford to lose. So now that we've covered the legal things, let's get into the education. So we're talking about the new financial system, ladies and gentlemen, that was brought about because of cryptocurrency. The fundamentals is this. Fiat currency is produced by central banks. They can print it at will, and that's exactly what they do, but it doesn't hurt them. It hurts the people like you and I who work so hard to earn it every single day and to save it, because the more that they produce, it reduces the value of the money that we have earned. But cryptocurrency is just the opposite. It's produced in limited quantities. The more that people use it, it drives the value up. That's why one Bitcoin is worth over $100,000. Who would have thought, ladies and gentlemen? People hear about crypto, but they don't quite understand it. But more importantly, they don't own any. So they're totally missing out. So on today's call, we're going to show you how to earn cryptocurrency through staking. Now, there are 5 terms that you should know. You should understand what is staking, what is decentralized finance, a centralized autonomous organization, and what is smart contracts. So what is staking? So imagine that you have some money, but instead of letting it sit in a wallet in your mattress, all right, you put it in a savings account where the bank rewards you with interest. The only thing, we're not talking about a bank at all. We're talking about cryptocurrency, and staking works in a similar manner. How does it work exactly? You deposit crypto. Your crypto helps secure the network. The blockchain network uses your staked crypto to validate transactions and to keep everything running smoothly. You get rewards. In return for staking, the network rewards you with more cryptocurrency, just like earning interest in a bank. So how do you make money with staking? You earn new coins. The network regularly pays you a percentage of the staked crypto as a reward. And then there's compound growth. Your deposit can grow even more because of compound interest, we're going to talk about in detail. And there's price growth. If the value of the cryptocurrency increases, your stake assets and rewards also become more valuable. In a nutshell, staking is a great way to earn extra money with your crypto while you do nothing. Like a magic piggy bank that gives you more coins just for keeping them inside, but with access to your funds at all times. So here's one of the key benefits of this platform. You have access to your money at all times. You can withdraw it within seconds. It'll be in your wallet. There's a minor 5% withdrawal fee. So I know people who have money in CDs, and that money is locked down for years, 2 years, 3 years. They can't take it out at all, and then earning hardly little of anything. When you compare that to this, it's like night and day, ladies and gentlemen, especially when you consider you've got access to your money, all of it, at any time. So now, what is decentralized finance? Well, DeFi is a way to use money and financial services like borrowing, saving, investing, and earning interest without needing banks or middlemen. Instead, it runs on a secure technology called blockchain, which allows people to deal directly with each other using cryptocurrency. Think of it like this. Instead of going through a bank to save money, earn interest, or get a loan, DeFi lets you and I use our phones and our computers. It's faster, cheaper, and often 24/7 without asking permission from anyone. It's money for the people, run by computer code, not corporations. It's the future of finance, ladies and gentlemen, that's happening right now that most people know very little about. So what is a DAO, decentralized autonomous organization? It's like an online community where rules are written in computer code. Instead of one person making all the decisions, the group decides together using blockchain technology. The rules and decisions are locked into a secure system that can't be changed behind anyone's back. Imagine a club that runs itself. No managers, no middlemen, just members who vote on the direction of the group. Everything is transparent, it's automated, and it's based on what the majority agrees to do. And finally, what is a smart contract? Well, a smart contract is a digital vending machine that runs on the blockchain. You put something in like money or crypto, and if the right conditions are met, it automatically does what it's programmed to do. No person needed to approve it or to run it. It's a self-executing agreement. It's built on computer code instead of lawyers. It's trustworthy, it's automatic, and it is tamper-proof, ladies and gentlemen. It's the future of finance. So now, what makes this project different? Origin LGNS. Well, the first thing you need to know is that this development team has a proven track record. They started off by giving us the ability to purchase NFTs to get the crypto through the NFTs. Then they released this project that you see here called Olympus Ohm, and that's been running successfully for over 4 years. From that, they improved things and released LGNS LGNS. That project has been running for over 19 months now. We're going to take a look at both of those in just a few moments. So all of this without a CEO, without a headquarters, and yet as of today, the project and the community continues to grow, and it is a trend-setting project, ladies and gentlemen. It's gotten the attention of many, many development teams around the world. More importantly, it is real and it is long-term. You're going to be able to be the judge of that in a moment. So here's the thing, people lie, but numbers don't lie. The liquidity pool is over $333 million. I have to update the PowerPoint every week and every time I get ready to do another presentation because these numbers keep growing. The market cap is over $3.9 billion. The daily volume, $31 million. And the number of wallets that are owned by people that are connected to this platform, it's over 1.47 million wallets from people all around the world. The contract, the computer code, is verified, it is audited, and it is renounced, meaning that the developers can't go in, they can't change things, and they cannot touch the money. It's locked down. That's verified, ladies and gentlemen. You can withdraw your entire balance anytime you choose. You don't have to ask permission. You just click a button. And including your deposit, you can do that at any time. That money will be in your wallet within seconds. Now, this also includes a very innovative and a lucrative bonus pool. When you deposit into the staking protocol, you go into a drawing. We're going to talk about that. That drawing pays out millions of dollars every week. And there is an optional referral program. When you find something that really works, often you're going to share it with others. And when you do so, you can benefit. You can refer as many people as you want. and you can earn rewards up to 15 levels deep, and that could be life-changing for you and your family, and that's entirely optional. So now we're looking at the website, and you can see origindefi.io. You're welcome to go there, but you cannot get involved in the platform without a referral link from a current member. But these are the real-time numbers. I just took the screenshot just a few minutes before the call. The treasury balance is over $329 million worth of DAI. There's over 317 million LGNS being staked right now. And the fund where all of the rewards are paid out of, the compounding and all those things, that's over $4 billion, ladies and gentlemen. The current APY, the rate at which your money could double, is over 1,100%. That means your money has the potential to double 11 times in 1 year. All right, let's go a little further. So now we've got an information website that our leaders created just for you. You can go to plantofreedom.info, and everything you need about this project is right there. You can read, digest this information to your heart's content in the comfort of your home. But right now, we're going to go direct to that. Right now, I'm going to stop sharing, and we're going to go live to the internet as we speak. Stand by. All right, so on my screen right now, you should see plantofreedom.info. That takes you to this information website. If you can see that, type A2 in the chat box. Just need to know that everybody can see where we are right now. All right, very good. I see those twos. Thank you so much for that, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate your participation. All right, so first thing you see is a deep dive overview video. On today's call, we value your time, so we're going to keep things as short as possible. But if you want to really take a deep dive, you can go to this website, and there's a ton of information for you to read. First of all, you have the complete overview video. It's about 47 minutes long. You've got the company white paper. You want to see what's coming down the road, you can read all about that. But I have to tell you, after working online full-time for over 15 years, and it's given me the ability to do some amazing things, the most important thing I look for in projects is the ability to sleep at night and not have to worry about my money, somebody running off, or some crazy stuff happening. Now, here's the thing. This is business, and there is risk in all business, just like there's risk in life. When you get up in the morning and put your feet on the floor, you're taking risks from sun up to sunset. All right, so we're not saying that there isn't no risk. We're just saying it's minimal risk. Why? Because of several different things. But one of them is this that I'm going to show you right now. And that is this. Origin has officially passed audits by 2 global authoritative bodies, ladies and gentlemen, that do complete full chain audits of the contract. That's a company called Certec. In fact, Origin has passed multiple Certec audits, ladies and gentlemen. And the Treasury contract, where the money is held, that's also been verified by a company called Armors. So with these verifications, we can sleep at night, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And so this is very, very, very important to us. So now what I want to do right now is go into a decentralized exchange called DEX Tools. And the link for this is also right inside that information website. So I want to show you the first project. So this is Olympus Ohm that's been running for over 4 years successfully. You can see the current value of this coin is over $22. But more importantly, I want you to see that this is on the Ethereum blockchain. Now, Bitcoin is the most popular cryptocurrency in the world, and Ethereum is number 2, right? Now, the Ethereum blockchain has a few challenges. The fees are relatively high. And so because of that, this development team went back to the drawing board and created a better protocol. And that's the one that we are involved with right now. It's called LGNS. And you can see the current value of this coin is $11.27. And so we got involved very on in the project, but now the project is really settled. You can see right here that the price has been really stable for the last month, ladies and gentlemen, which is really exciting because something is about to happen. And I'm going to talk with you about that here in just a moment, that creating this platform, put this platform in a place where it's about to do something extraordinary. But what I want to show you also is that this is on the Polygon blockchain. The Polygon blockchain is very fast and the fees are very low. They are pennies. So this is the perfect blockchain for something like this. So now when people participate here and they begin to participate in the staking and they earn rewards, one of the things you're going to notice is that this is a very healthy contract, all right, and very healthy token. It's over, the liquidity is over $333 million. The market cap is 3.9 billion. You can see right here, the number of holders, that's the wallets that are connected to this, is over 1.47 million people around the world. I want you to understand, we are live on the internet right now. You see all this scrolling? These are real-time numbers. I want you to see that the 24-hour trading volume is over $39 million. And you can also see that this protocol, LGNS, was launched on March the 6th, 2024, about 19 months ago. All right? Now, I'm going to go a little further. When you go back to the information website, and let's go over there and take a look at it, you're going to see several things. First of all, the contract address. So in crypto, everything is open source, right? And so when you come here and you click on this address and you go to this address, you can see all the details concerning this contract, all the numbers. So easy to verify. But here's another website that also helps us verify smart contracts, and that's called RVAI. We're going to go there right now. I can click on this. I already have it open. And I want you to see a few things. First of all, you see all these green checks? All right, so green is positive, green means go. First thing you notice, it says renounce. Slippage cannot be modified. Renounce cannot mint. Contract is open source. The owners or the developers can't tamper with the balance. Admin privileges have been abandoned. The developers cannot take back ownership. What these things tell you is that this contract literally belongs to the world. It belongs to us. And when we go in there and use it, the computer code must do what it's programmed to do. You don't have to ask for a withdrawal. You just click a button and it's instant because of the computer code. This is what's known as decentralized finance. That's finance without a middleman. And it's coming to a neighborhood near you. You're going to see it in almost every facet of finance as time moves on. You're right here at the beginning. All right? All right. So now let's go right into the project itself. We're going to take a look at one specific account and we're going to crunch some numbers. Now, I don't know if I told you to pull out a calculator, but we're talking about compound interest. And you're going to need a calculator right now. All right. So you can use your phone, and a piece of paper. Maybe you don't need a calculator. But let's go ahead and look at some numbers. So first of all, we know that the current value of the coin right now is $11.29. We can see that by going to the exchange. Okay. So now this specific account that we're looking at right now, this specific account has 823 LGNS tokens staked right now. If you were to multiply that by 1129, then you would come up with this number right here. And if I put my cursor on this little eye, you can see that number. In fact, let's enlarge this a little bit. Enlarge this 2 times. And you can see this account has $9,300 in it. So one of the things I'm going to do right now, I'm going to show you what $9,300 staked in this platform could potentially do for you. Now, I do want to emphasize, everything I'm about to share with you right now is for educational and informational purposes only. This is not a guarantee of earnings. In fact, the numbers you see, they are going to vary. And that's very important. That lets you know this is real because the markets vary. The markets move. So it only makes sense that these numbers should move as well, right? Let's go a little further. So now, first thing we want to look at the compounding rate. It's right here. The net reward yield is 0.2290 every 8 hours. What you earn today, what you earn tomorrow is more than what you earn today. What you earn the day after tomorrow is more than what you earn tomorrow because of the power of compound interest. You can also see the 5-day rate is 3.4921. Most of us aren't getting anything near that in our bank accounts. Nothing near that. All right. And you're lucky if you're getting that even in your CD. All right. But let's go further. So we've got 823. I'm going to just go ahead and copy this number. And we know that this is equivalent to about $9,300. We're going to go down here to a calculator, which is right inside of the site. Now, you can't get into all this unless you are a member and you need a referral link to do that, right? So I'm going to put this up here and we're going to crunch some numbers right quick. All right, so we know this is $9,300. What can $9,300 do for you if it was staked in this platform at these current numbers? So you have two variables. You have the value of the coin, which fluctuates, and then you have the compounding rate, which fluctuates. But everything we're showing you here is a potential, an example, not a guarantee of earnings. All right, so now 8.23 LGNS, we know that's equivalent to $9,300. If you let it sit here and compound for just 7 days, all right, that $9,300 would grow to $9,764. So a little over $400 in just 7 days you made. You didn't have to talk to anyone. You have access to your money at all times. It's compounding while you sleep. You just made $400 this week and you didn't have to go punch a clock. It was literally your money working for you. This is what we're talking about. All right. Now, let's go a little further. Suppose you let this compound and you didn't withdraw anything for 1 month. What's going to happen? The numbers are going to get stronger because that's how compound interest works. You're earning interest on interest, right? Like the banks do on us. So now you're looking at $11,433. All right, so that's $2,100 you just made in 1 month. $2,100 you made, your money working for you. You didn't have to talk to anyone, and you got access to your money at all times, should you need it, in case of an emergency. So here's the thing. You could withdraw that $2,100, and that $9,300 is still there to do what? To produce this $2,100 again for you next month. You just created recurring income of approximately $2,100 a month. And again, these numbers are going to vary because you're dealing with a market that varies. But even if you could be in that ballpark, anywhere in that ballpark, wouldn't that be good for you and your family? Absolutely. No recruiting, no trading, no selling. It's literally your money working for you instead of you working for the money. Let's go a little further. This is $9,300 in 6 months. If you let it compound and let time be time, and do what time does. You know, we always talk about time, how time flies. Well, while it's flying, it's making you money in this case because you're in the right position. We want to be in a position to prosper. Are you with me? And so now that's $32,000 in 6 months. What did you start with? Anybody remember? 9,300. 9,300. Let's just do a little math right quick, right? 9,306. minus 32,005. That's $22,000. Some of us don't make that. A lot of people don't even make that in 1 year. You just made that in 6 months and it was your money working for you. Are you with me? Let's go a little further. What about 1 year? The power in compounding is the longer you let it compound, the more you earn because you're earning interest on interest. So now what are we looking at? We're looking at 6 figures. Maybe there's a new house that you want to buy. Maybe you want to pay off your current mortgage. Maybe you've got a child who's in college. My daughter's in college. It's 20-something thousand dollars a semester, guys. All right? It's expensive. Maybe you can see a way how you can get that money to accomplish those goals. And again, these numbers, they're going to vary because we're dealing with a market that varies. But if you could be anywhere in the ballpark, wouldn't that be good? Absolutely. All right, so let's go ahead and break down some more numbers because maybe you don't have $9,000 right now. So what is the minimum deposit here? So I'm going to go ahead and do some calculations. The minimum deposit is $125. I'm going to divide that by $11.30. And that'll tell us how many LGNS that you will get. In this case, it's going to be about 11. Okay, so that $125 you can see in 7 days is growing like this. So we're going to go straight to 1 year. This is $125. That's the deposit you made. You let it compound for 1 year. You got $1,500, ladies and gentlemen. Do the math on that. How many times did that double? All right, I'm going to do the math. I'll do the math for you. $1,522 divided by 125. In this example, that doubled 12 times in this example. Now, this is not a guarantee. It might not be that. But if you can get anywhere in the ballpark, wouldn't that be good? Absolutely. That's what we're talking about. Let's go a little further. So that was $125. What about $500? So we'll take 500. We're divided by $11.30. That gives us 44.24 LGNS. So this is $500, guys. In 1 year, did you know that that could potentially put you in this ballpark? 6K? That's not bad for 500, is it? Absolutely. So let's double it times 2. So let's say you had $1,000. That's 88.49. And of course, you can see that's 12K. Not bad. It's really, really good. Let's do 5,000. I'm going to do 2 more numbers here. 5,000 divided by 1130 equals 442. So here's $5,000. 442.47. That's 61K. 5,000 to 61K. If you can get anywhere near that, that could be life-changing for you. Right? We're just talking about being in the position to prosper. Now let's do one more, and that would be 10,000. We'll multiply that times 2, and let's do 10,000. And you're looking at potentially 122K. So we just want to give you some ideas of what the potential could be in this platform and why so many people are involved here, ladies and gentlemen, because it could be life-changing for you and your family. It could be exactly what you're looking for. What are the major benefits? You've got access to your money at all times. You can withdraw a part of it or all of it whenever you need. You can literally eat off the table. You could withdraw the earnings, leave the deposit, and allow it to produce again for you over and over again. You can add on to it and you can increase it. You can start with a small amount and add more over time so that it will build for you and your family. Hopefully you caught that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint right now because I have a few more things to show you. We are not done. You haven't seen the best part of this yet. All right. So again, there's that information website, plantofreedom.info. If you guys can see that, type it 3 in the chat box. Just want to make sure everybody can see my screen right now. Type it 3 in the chat box if you can see the black screen, Plan of Freedom. Okay, great. Thank you so much for doing that. All right. So let's go a little further. So should you decide to share this with others, ladies and gentlemen, you like what you see, you're having a great experience, and you begin to share with others, just like obviously other people have done. That's why there's over almost 1.5 wallets connected to this. You can open yourself up for some life-changing rewards. So you can refer an unlimited number of people direct to yourself, and you can put yourself in a position to receive rewards 15 levels deep. Now, we've got a compensation video in that website, plantofreedom.info. You can go there and you can watch it. In addition to that, if you are a team builder and you can build 3 teams, ladies and gentlemen, this income right here could put you in the top 1% of income earners in America. You have to understand, I like code plus community. Where does wealth come from? It comes from the communities that support anything. The communities that support Amazon, the communities that support Walmart, the communities that support Bitcoin. It's the communities. If you bring the community, ladies and gentlemen, it can be life-changing. This is for those leaders and team builders. This can be life-changing. These numbers you're looking at on the screen right here. In addition to that, whenever you make a deposit of at least $101 or more, you are automatically enrolled in a weekly drawing that pays out millions of dollars every single week, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone can participate in this when you make that deposit. All right. So there are hourly, weekly, and monthly reward pools, and they have been paying this out from the very beginning. It's pretty powerful. All right. But staking is not the only thing that this is about, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm going to share with you right now is phenomenal, and it's one of the reasons why this platform is poised to be around for many, many years to come, what I'm about to share with you right now. Origin is about to release the world's first stable privacy coin. Okay, so you have to understand what I'm saying right now. The world's first privacy stable coin. We know that there basically is no privacy in the world. There are cameras everywhere. Radars tracking your license plate can tell you where you have been whenever. All right. They can see what you're doing on social media. They can look at your text messages. All right. They might even be able to listen to our phone calls. I think everybody understands this. Privacy is very rare in today's world. And so what about privacy when it comes to your money? All right, everybody wants to track your money. Is there any privacy in that area? Well, there is. There's something known as a privacy coin. The number one privacy coin on the market right now is called Monero. Let's talk about it for just a moment. Monero was launched in 2014, and its goal is simple: to allow transactions to take place privacy with anonymity. Even though it was commonly thought that if you had Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, that your identity was concealed. Well, come to find out, it's not concealed at all. They can easily track back to the original source. They can see the history of your wallet and every dime that you spent, and they can see where you sent it. It's not private at all. But on the other hand, Monero or XMR is designed to obscure senders and recipients alike through the use of advanced cryptography. Don't we have the right to have privacy, guys? Absolutely. That should be a basic right. Well, the challenge with Monero, even though it's the most popular privacy coin in the market right now, the challenge with it is that the price fluctuates based on the market, right? So you can see it right here. All right. Number 26 is in that area right now. This is an old chart here. But I want you to see here. So here's the current value of Monero. I just took the screenshot a few minutes ago, and I want you to see. This is the 7-day chart. You see how the value is constantly going up and down? You see that? And look at that. And so when you get ready to send money to someone, when you send it to them, they may not get what you needed to send them because the value could have dropped between the time you sent it and the time they got it. Are you with me? Right. So do you think there would be a demand for a privacy coin that was stable, that maintained its price, and its value wasn't driven by the markets buying and selling? Absolutely. That is the A token, ladies and gentlemen, that's coming out by Origin. And so you have to understand that currency right now, the liquidity pool, I think I saw $14 million. That is on the precipice of being released very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. And here's the thing, LGNS, that's going to be used as a gas. That's right. So in order for a person to use this coin, they will need LGNS for the gas. What do you think that could do to the value of LGNS? You think that could be positive? Absolutely. And not only will that coin be available very soon, there's also a private payment system called A-Pay. That's coming out as well. Those things are right around the corner of being released. Down the road in phase 3, they're going to be releasing their own decentralized exchange. If you do anything in crypto, you have to exchange funds every now and then. Well, there's a lot of money generated through those exchanges. Imagine that this protocol profits from those exchanges. And then in addition to that, a decentralized banking protocol is coming. And then they also talked about real world assets. We'll talk about that a little later. So here's our webinar schedule. It is changed. So we're now doing Tuesday and Saturday, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and every Saturday. So make sure that you're aware of those. Make sure you use and invite people to those webinars, ladies and gentlemen. So we do them based on your participation. And we pack them out, we'll do more. But if we don't pack them out, we'll stay right where we are. So it's entirely up to you. These are created to help you. All right, let's continue on. All right, so listen, that concludes our overview for right now. I want to do one thing. I want to see who's on the call right now, because I might have one of our leaders share a few things with us. And hold on one second. I'm just kind of going through here right quick. And David from the leadership team, are you on the call right now? If you are, I want you to raise your hand. David from the leadership team. If you're on the call, raise your hand. Okay. All right. I don't see him. He's not here, but that's okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, what you want to do is get back in contact with the person who invited you on the call. They'll answer any questions that were not covered during this overview. They'll literally walk you through the process and show you how to get started with this amazing, amazing platform. So listen, we really appreciate you taking the time to be with us on this beautiful Saturday morning. I'd like to close with this. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Let's do just that, and let's do it together. Thank you for joining us. Make it a great day. I'll see everybody Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Goodbye, everyone.
Recording stopped.